sometimes want to even ask for men, where are the papers of the investment that you invested back home? Sometimes he brings an argument of saying, why will you ask me? Sometimes the man will say, why will you ask me? Why will you be asking me, what do we want to do with it? You know, it will create some argument in some marriages. The man will say, no, you don't need to ask me those questions. In some marriages, the woman will say the man is doing the right thing. Because I'm seeing it happening. I have 3 of my friends that I've lost. I've said it most of the time on your platform. I lost 3 of my friends during 2020, during the COVID 2024. I lost 3. They were having beautiful investment back home. They have their kids here. Simeon, when they left this world, those my friends, all those things they have back home, Simeon, is out of reach for the wife. Because most of the time that he's going home, the wife does not go home with him. Imagine someone that has invested this kind of money that you are talking about that slept and didn't wake up. If he's going to Nigeria to go and build a hotel, what stop him if he has this money from buying the ticket and say, my wife, follow me, let everybody go home? So that when I structure the foundation of the hotel, the papers and the paperwork and everything, if we are putting in the bank in Nigeria, after we've done all the arrangements, my wife is a signatory to the account. In case I'm not here, she can easily accept those documents. He didn't do that. Even with the money he had, he went alone to go and make the investment. Maybe, and now that he's gone,
but all the thing is trying to avoid putting the family in harm's way. So he's trying to go alone at this point.
What kind of harm's way? You are building a project that is big like this. Which one are you hiding from village people? If you are building a project of more than 100 million naira, you say you are protecting your family from harm's way. The investment is already open for people to see that you have money. So what are you hiding your family from? If you can have that money, you can use that same money, bringing them and protecting them, having bodyguard or private vigilante that can guide your wife during the process of you doing the documentation of the land and doing your survey and everything. She will be there with you with the money that you have. You make sure all these things are done in the deeds of you and your wife. They put the document in the right place without giving it to a third party. But most time, it is the men that always go home. Simeon, I will tell you, there are women, some will be on this platform. Since they started having children, they have not gone back home for visit. Some 5, 7 years. They have not. It's only your guy that is always going to Nigeria. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She doesn't, because there is no time. And some of these men, it's not that they don't have money to buy the tickets, right? He would prefer him to go alone, but it is not good. The woman have to be aware. And this is the problem. When things happen, you see, you cannot say, we saw the problem between these 2 brothers that are musicians that were twins.
Yeah.
Even when they were staying with themselves, you see what happened. See, there is one thing about investment, marriage, and all those things. You can't trust people to that extent. You can trust people because maybe you are not wealthy enough. Nothing is really not really dead for people to drive. Maybe you have a 50 by 100 and you just build a bungalow. Some family can decide to say, okay, let the wife just have it. But when it's something that is big, interest day, it has value. Simeon, you don't do that in the absence of your wife. Because if not, it will be a suffer that you did when you leave this world, just like this man did. That resources back home, the children cannot access it even for their own development. Because I saw it happening to my friends. When they left, when my friends, when they left this world, the house that they were staying, rentage, the women couldn't pay those rent. They had to exit them because they were now under the social care, where they were now put in some certain places for them to stay. But the resources these men have at home, if we decide to say, okay, let us sell it and maybe bring it here, maybe let us use it to start up for the children. Maybe it will go some certain way, not too much, but something, at least something will come out. But the women cannot accept it. There is nobody to call that will give you a genuine information of the achievement of your husband back home. Sometimes some people will say, oh, we don't recognize her as a wife because she has not been coming home like that. No, but she doesn't have any grip of anybody to hold. This thing is very serious. This thing you are putting here, it happens every day. Let us not come here. So when we even talk of the type of investment that we should be making, we are just, all of us are lost in between. Because back home, if you are investing and you are not putting, if you are investing back home, if you are someone that want to have that prospect, that will be going back home, you have to put your wife in the knowing of the things that you are doing. Your wife has to know. Because both of you have to have that equal understanding of things. Because you don't know whether you are the one living this world first or your wife living with the world first. If not, the children will not have anything for them left. So when you are doing that, make sure she's aware of the things you are doing. Sometimes you may go to Nigeria. Maybe sometimes if you cannot go, you send her to go and do what she's supposed to do, so that she's aware of whatever it is that you people are investing together. But when you say what type of investment that we are supposed to invest, for me as a person, with the way Nigeria is structured now, I would prefer buying land in some villages for farming in the nearest future. Building houses here and there, for me, is not an investment, because with what is happening recently with the flooding situation and everything, people's houses are destroyed. The government structures and policies does not guarantee. I saw a hospital that collapsed last week, a very big hospital, because of flood. The thing went down like that. You don't know how much that person has lost. So all those type of investments, there is a lot of economical, environmental situation that is happening back home. There are some assets that you buy it, maybe because of some certain things, that area, because of one thing is happening in that area, everybody leave that place. The investment will lose value because of some certain information or attributes that is happening in that area. People will leave because the government does not put any measures to say, okay, something happened in this area, let us make sure it doesn't happen, so that it doesn't affect the people's business. They will leave it. The next thing, people are running to another place and say, this is the new place now. What if you don't have money again to go and invest in that new place? So I prefer to buy a land for farming, because farming in the next future is going to be something that is very lucrative. Also, with the mortgage that we are talking here, mortgage is not something we just buy mortgage and I will sell it later. You think it's as easy like that, right? Buying mortgage, you have to look at your age. You look at the age that you are buying the mortgage, and sometimes if you have a mortgage when you are already maybe above 40, in some countries, the kind of insurance policy that is put on that mortgage, some people don't know, it could be 10 years. That if anything happens to you between that time you are paying the mortgage, that property is gone back to the bank. That is the type of insurance that might have been affiliated because of your age range. So there are a lot of things around mortgage that people should know. It's not by buying mortgage and everything. You have to look at those things and the person that you are with. How are you people? The mindset that you people have, based on how you people see things and you want to, you invest in. So Simeon, this issue of investing back home, especially for my sisters, a lot of them don't even know anything. Most of the time, we are just happy that daddy is doing everything. Even in business, some of us that we say we are doing container business, it's only the man that is running everywhere. It's only the one that is buying. Madam does not know anything that his husband is doing. The day that man falls down, that house is in chaos. And it doesn't work like that. Wow. I rest my case in here.
All right, thank you so much, Zodi. I love the passion and the way you just take your time to atomize each point at the live stream. But just hold on. 07, hold on. A reaction for Easy Life. Easy Life, let me give you 2 minutes to react. Kingstar, please, I'll come to you next. Easy Life, 2 minutes. Just watch the time.
Thank you so much. I will not even take up to 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's just what some points that Zodi made that I want to pick from, because as he said, I don't know why men are not involving their wife at all. I just want to give one excuse. As much as it's rubbish, I just want to give one excuse. Probably in the marriage, there's already trust issues. But I just have a question. Why is it that instead of, if you don't want to put your wife in the know, you don't want to put your wife's name on the documents, what happened to the children? Why are people not putting their children's name on the documents? That they would rather go and put one brother or sister. Like, are we not, is all this labor that we are doing, is it not for our children? Are we not laboring for our children? Like, why are the children's name not there? So just put your name and the children's name if you know that you have issues with your wife. So at least when the children's name are there, nobody will come and wake up one day and just say that, okay, because he's gone now, I'm the next in line, I'm the blah, 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 blah. When the children's name are there, it's already clear who is supposed to have the stuff. Do you understand? Because I've been seeing all these things repeatedly happening, and people's children's name are not even on the documents. Like, is it not the children we are working for? Do you understand? I just have that question.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Zodi, 1 minute. Your reaction, 1 minute. So I go to the next speaker. Zodi, go ahead.
Based on that question, Simeon, it's still very risky because of some of our greedy cultural practice, especially those families that are very greedy. You see, when you say you put your children's name, don't forget the children are answering their father's name. So if my son is answering Solomon Zodi, and I decide to say I don't want to put my wife's name, I want to put Solomon Zodi, Some family will use it as a yardstick if they are not matured enough to take what is of them and say they want to hold it first because they are still young. It's our brother's thing. The name is our family name. Some family can use that to play on you as a woman and say, we know his name is Solomon's property, but Solomon is still very small. The senior brother of the family will hold the documents and we make sure he's taking care of things until when Solomon grow because it's our brother's child. I've seen people use that on people. What do? You will be waiting till when Solomon is grown. And God should help you that Solomon don't unalive, or they don't make him to become someone that is not knowing what he's doing tomorrow because of the investment.
Wow.
I've seen it happening.
Wow. Thank you so much, Zoji. Thank you. Okay. Just to be sure of who came first, Kingstar and 007, who came first, please allow me to, I don't know who came first. Please, can you help me with that? Kingstar and 007, who came first?
I came before most people here.
Okay.
I am below.
But I've just been patiently waiting.
Okay.
Came first.
All right. Let me hear from 007. 007, go ahead, please. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
Yeah, I'll make it very short because I've got a meeting for 11. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll start from bottom up. Should family manage your business? I'll use myself as case in point. I've had families who chopped my money.
Sorry about that. So sorry to hear.
And I've had family that I still do business with, and they've been fantastic. So I think it depends. I think what you have to ask yourself is, this family member, should things go pear-shaped, how would you recover your money? You can't lock them up. You can't arrest them. Okay, it becomes a family matter. So, I mean, the call is yours. I've had both sides of the outcome. So I don't see why not, if you trust them enough, if you have enough history with them. But it's risky. Let's just put it that way. What is the best form of investment home and abroad? This is a function of how much you have, your age, the resource at your disposal. There's risk everywhere. Okay, I've lost money on real estate in the UK. I've lost money in auction property in the UK.
Wow.
I've lost money back home buying land. Okay, so when people sensationalize one particular country, I think that is it. It's sensationalism. You can be successful in doing business and investing anywhere you are. I do money market in Nigeria. Fantastic. It's giving me 100% returns within a year. You can't get that anywhere. Okay. So the mantra is, be mindful of the kind of thing you put your money into if you are not physically there. Okay. I can't go and open supermarket in Lagos and put people there while I'm here. That is foolish. I mean, I don't know why people then they do that kind of thing, then they are crying wolf on social media. That is not going to work. But lock your money in money market, treasury bills, mutual funds. You get your decent return depending on what you want, And in terms of those investing back home, I've done it. It's paid me well. I've got my fingers burnt. As I speak, I have a group of colleagues. We do what we call commodity aggregation. Okay. Now, people talk about farming, as though farming is the only thing in agriculture. Farming is just one aspect of agriculture. In fact, you make much money further up the value chain. Okay, there's so much. There's logistics, there's distribution, there's aggregation, there's storage, there's manufacturing. Okay, so you don't have to go and be tilling the soil to be in that value chain.
But 007, if you're talking about farming has different sector and distribution with everything you just mentioned right now.
Yeah.
There should be a system in place that will allow those things to work effectively.
Yeah, that's where you have to understand the section you want to play in.
Okay.
Okay. I've got a friend, I've invested in his business, is into logistics and distribution.
Okay.
Okay. He's made stupid money. Okay. Now, I was talking of aggregation. So things like commodity like sesame seed, hibiscus, uh, and a few others, yeah, maybe shea butter. I locked in. I just wait for my quarterly payment. I'm not even on ground. So they have agents on ground that go source this commodity from different farmers at rock bottom price, and we aggregate, we we process baggage for export. So you buy a share of that and you get your returns depending on how much you put in, you get out. That's investing, that's some business. Okay. So I'm not into farming, but I'm also part of the value chain. So there are just so many aspects to this thing. On issue of real estate, which most of us happen. See, the house I live with my family is rented. Okay. But half of the rent is coming from my investment properties that is on buy to let. People are just so crazy and fixated on mortgage. Mortgage is a leverage. You don't have to live in a property you mortgage. You can buy properties and depending on how you structure it and get enough returns to be. I reckon that if I have 2 more such kind of properties, I'll have enough returns to be able to cover my rent where I currently live. So I think there has to be a mind shift and reorientation about mortgage. People have so demonized that thing, but people don't see it. It's just a leverage, it's a vehicle. If I want to go and turn the back of my grandmother now, I can go and refinance one of my buy-to-lets and cash out. You don't pay tax on loan. But as soon as you sell, you trigger HMRC. They want their capital gains. So that's that. I'm running out of that. The man that traveled, I don't know the circumstance, so I really can't speak to that. I have to run. I have an 11 o'clock meeting. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence here at 007. Thank you for saying that. We all are learning in the platform, so thank you. All right. But in the meantime, before I proceed to the next speaker, I want to make an announcement on the platform. So if you're in the FYP in the comment section, I want to make an announcement quickly. On Davos Square, just hold on. I will come to you now. Please. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow we have. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a training because people have reached out to me regarding how to do filming with your phone. So if you're in the social media space and you want to learn how to film your shots very well, very nice, neatly and clearly, and captivate the people that are watching, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a training. It's going to start like maybe 11 o'clock, but the training is going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. So tomorrow I'm doing a training tomorrow. So if you are starting content or you have been in content creation, but you are not having a very great and powerful shot, you're not having a great and powerful clarity when it comes to videoing, you don't get your angle shot properly, you are struggling to get your angle shot very well, tomorrow by 11 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a training on YouTube. So if you can join in, that will be fine. That will be great. I should announce it here. So if you're interested in that, please join me on YouTube. It's just with Simeon. You'll still see my badge there, my yellow face on my yellow hat, and my skin, and my top I'm putting on. So that's going to be on tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be on YouTube by 11 a.m. So that is it. All right. Before I go to Kingstar, let me hear from Davos Quest, your reaction. What's your reaction before I go to Kingstar?
Yes, a reaction. Host.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
is it my network?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Kingston, please.
People, my people, you see this our host. This our host. To know him more, just stay glued on this page. So now you hear what you they do tomorrow. There's a training. Our host is low-key Hollywood videographer, but we are just discovering right now. My reaction is based on what 007 said. You see what the man was talking about. You know, when we hear mortgage, everybody think about how much I've saved up to buy it. And that is why people like us, we don't jump into things because the whole world is doing it. What that man is trying to say in summary, it's not about the finance you've saved to invest or buy a mortgage. It's about you knowing your circumstances, reading more about capital investment and housing investment to know what suits your situation best. Many African people that buy mortgage, some of them are buying mortgage for the sake of I am living in my own house. It's not like what we have back home in Nigeria. You build, you enter, nobody is disturbing you. Here, every month, apart from the mortgage you're paying back, there's a lot of legal work that needs to go in. If you make one mistake, you are HMRC, go get wahala. So what he's saying is don't just go into it because the whole world is going into it. Know your circumstances, your financial stand, your family strength, and pick the best financial investment for you. Don't just go because everybody is going. I think that's what the man is trying to say. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Let me go to Kingston now. Kingston, sorry for your patience. Sorry, my apologies again. So it's your turn to speak. So please have that in the back of your mind. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, YouTube, how to do filming with your phone perfectly. I will give you the best angle, the best shots, and how to captivate people. You know, these days we have people that have, they have very short span when watching video. They want to watch it with speed. I have to captivate people so that they can pay attention from the beginning to the end. That will be tomorrow on YouTube by 11 o'clock. Go ahead, please, Kingston, on the topic. Sorry about that.
Mr. Simeon, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining.
And my greetings to everybody. I had plans on seeing you, but no need.
I'm
He said
sure